Just finished the preliminary exterior inspection on this vehicle. So the color looks nice on this. Also, far less blemishes than what we saw on the other car that I checked out in the valley. But let's go ahead and zoom in. As far as spotting any cosmetic blemishes, I saw a couple, but nothing that's obvious. The lenses are in much better shape here on these here. The front bumper cover, pretty straightforward. I had to wipe down the car before I got here because it rained here earlier. So sometimes I like it to be extremely dry. That way I can see every little minor detail. But so far, nothing obvious. Again, the plastic here seems to be a normal characteristic. Just kind of cloudy, just a little bit. And then just some scuff marks there. The grill, all pretty tight. Again, the headlamp lens here, pretty straightforward. We'll get you some paint meter readings. We got 4.5, 4.5, 4, and 4 thousandths of an inch. Here, just some light scratches here that may buff out. And again, if you really have to look pretty close to actually spot that. Let's get you some fender readings. Okay, 4.5, 4, 4. So far we're getting some great readings. Here on the front tire, we got 255, 35, 20 Dunlops. The DOT number on this, I've got a picture of it as well. It's 2015, and rotors slightly grooved, and we'll see if we can get the brake pad there. Okay. Wheel well looks pretty clean. Don't see any obvious signs of impact damage, but again, I'll be checking when I take a look underneath. Here, just looks like a little blemish here in the paint as well on the left fender. All right, moving onward. Windshield, don't see any obvious cracks or chips. Okay, and I've got the number as well. Okay, I got the pillar readings, 5, 4.5. Let's get a door reading, 4, 4. I checked the outside mirror, didn't see any scratches or blemishes there. Glass looked like it's in good shape. Didn't see the scratches or chips. Same with the quarter glass. Let's get that rear pillar reading, 4.5, 4. Quarter panel, 3.5, 4, 4, and 4. Okay. Left rear tire, Dunlops, 275, 35, 70, 35 ZR20. I'm sorry about that. Don't see any curb rash that's jumping on me right now. Let's get a shot of the brake pad. All right, plenty of material still there. Treads look pretty good, and the wheel well is in decent shape. Okay, moving onward, the roof line. Get a couple readings here just in case. 4, 3.5. Rear glass, defroster lines look like they're all intact. Don't see any chips or scratches. Body lines look decent. I should say straightforward. Didn't see any cracking on the taillight lenses. And I'm having the vehicle run for a little while. I didn't start up right away, or it seemed like the battery was dead, but so I'm just running it. I know these cars, they sit a lot, or they'll get started and then started but never driven. And that kind of draws down the battery. Okay. 4.5, 3.5. Rear bumper looks good. Checking for the obvious little impact damage. Again, just some light scratching, but you can barely see that. Okay. Right here at the quarter, 4.5, 3.5. Rear tire, Dunlop, the 275, 35, 20. This one here, I believe the DOT number on this one is 2014. So just a year older than the left side. Here's a shot of the brake pad. See the side here. Don't see any signs of obvious dents. Just some minor chipping here at the door sill. Again, just a light blemish. Outside mirrors look good. Okay, let's get some more readings. Okay, 4, 4.5. Here you can see some chips. It's been touched up. It didn't actually catch my attention the first time. It was the second time around is when I picked up on it. So, it's touched up as nice as it can be. Okay. 4.5, 5. The right front tire, this one will need some attention. You can already see the sidewall cracking here. And you can see the tread's a little low. And then this one was manufactured in 2012. But yeah, you can see where at some point it's already cracking along the edge. So we definitely need to get replaced. All right, and again, just a minor scratch there. All right, one last view. Here's a quick run on the engine bay area. So I like this one much more. It doesn't look like it was tampered with the other car. It just seemed like it was too much going on here. I checked the bolts already over here. Didn't see any paint chips. Brake fluid's just a little bit dark. Let's see here. What else did I look here? Everything looks like it's in order. Checked it here in the front area for impact damage. Didn't see any. Same here within this area. Okay. Check the oil. It was below the max fill line, and I pulled off the cap here just to check the condition, and it looks like about average considering the age and the mileage of the car. The coolant level was at its proper level, and I always like to see that the proper battery was used. So I'll be checking the battery on this one. If it's fully charged, I can run an accurate test on there. But yeah, so this one does not appear like it's been tampered with like the other one. I'm running solo today, so 27,141 is the mileage. Doing about 50 miles an hour in sport mode. Vehicle, just like the other one, scoots pretty good. It's coming to the green light here, and shifting is seamless. Braking is good. The only thing I did notice, though, that the while driving straight, the vehicle did veer to the right. And I'm going to see if I can duplicate that again. Stand by, just making the turn in here. And here we go. Oops, 35 mile an hour zone. This car wants to go. And I can feel the lumbar support working right now as well when I go to the turns. So now we're driving straight. And as you can see, it's just going towards the right now. It was a little more pronounced when I first started it. I guess when the tires were colder. But that's the only drivability issue that I'm running across. And then keep in mind that the tires will need some attention. I noticed that the right rear was kind of thin as well. And then we had the cracking. So stop here, so we know the brakes work, because I had to use them now. And then quick little accel. And as you can see, that's 60 miles an hour, fairly quick.